Excuse me, a moment of your time, please. Hello? Excuse me,
Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to watch a video.
Picking on stupid people, I would pick cotton. Instead of going to university,
I wonder how many people over
All I've done
history
is try to be nice to you, and you still don't like me. How
Do
can
you
you
mind
not
if we
like me?
switch
Instagram
seats
Reels,
so my family
YouTube
can
Shorts,
talk together?
TikTok,
we
Family
don't.
Guy clips, Subway Surfers, Young Sheldon, Italian brain rot. Does this sound familiar to you? What am I talking about? Of course you do. You're part of a massive experiment, one that's happening right now, in your pocket, rewiring the very fabric of how your brain processes information. The rise of short-form content platforms like TikTok is fundamentally altering our cognition, creating both cognitive challenges and new forms of communication that reflect deeper societal shifts. According to Exploding Topics, the average TikTok user spends 58 minutes on TikTok every day. This may not seem like much, but when factoring in the span of a year, this would be about 352 hours spent scrolling content per year, which would be the equivalent of 8 full work weeks. But what's really alarming is the human attention span. In 2004, the average was 2.5 minutes, then reducing into just shy of 8 seconds, which is less than the attention span of a goldfish with 9 seconds. According to a University of California Irvine study, it takes an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds to get back to the task. Yet, on average, a person checks their phone 144 times a day, meaning we check our phones in a 10-minute interval. We're living in a state of perpetual broken attention. I tested this myself. I tried reading a book after spending 2 minutes on TikTok. I couldn't focus for more than 30 seconds without my brain demanding that dopamine hit. That's when I realized, this isn't just about entertainment anymore. This is about how we think.
Hi, I'm Henry Ng, and in this next section, we'll be interviewing some avid viewers of short-form content to see their point of view and to go a little more personal into this matter. Hi, what's your name?
My name is EJ.
Alright, so what's your opinion on short-form content? I mean, do you think it's bad? Do you think it's good for us? I
think short film content overall is, pretty good.
Okay. So what's your experience with it?
Well, I haven't had any bad experiences with it, I'll be on it to pass the time if I don't have anything to do, It's just like a good way to pass the time.
That's good. It's like a cool way to cool down, right? Yeah. Okay, I mean, how many hours would you say you spend on the apps? Like you use like TikTok, or YouTube Shorts?
Per week, I would say maybe like 7 hours per week.
Okay. I mean, would you say there's any negative like effects on you? Like, let's say not getting work done or like distractions?
For me, you can easily get distracted. Like, sometimes I easily get distracted, but most of the time, no. Usually I'm on short form content after I'm done with my work.
Would you say like a bad influence on other people besides you? Like how like they're heavily influenced by it?
Yeah, people who tend to be on it more have a, more negative impact.
I know. Like, what would you say that impact would be like?
It would probably be characterized by like a term called brain rot.
I see. I mean, did you know that I think approximately like Americans spend about 300 hours per week, or maybe I think per month actually, on TikTok or just like short form content? Isn't that kind of crazy? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I see. So would you say it's like a big waste of their time?
Yeah, because they could be putting those hours into other important things, like doing homework, being productive, or working out, or like just going outside.
So with that fact, would you say like your view has changed at all, or do you think like TikTok or I guess short form content in general is just good overall?
That kind of changed my view a bit. I think it's more on what you do with it, like in society. It's probably more like negative just because people are on it more than what's really recommended. But yeah, it's really just what you do with it. It could be good for you or bad for you. It's just, yeah.
All right, thank you. All right.
Hello, my name is Wesley Hang, and I'm a content creator on the side. So far, my experience with short form content has been very good, because there are a lot of people that like positively reinforce like your what you put out. Like if I were to post something, there would be like a ton of people that compliment my work, and it really helps with like my mental health. If I'm ever in like a bad space, I can always just look at like my comment section and just see that there are people that love what I do, even if I don't think so right at the moment. Even though there are like a ton of people that are super supportive of me, there's a lot of people that are just as critical about what I do. So if I post something out there, there will be like a ton of people that try to out me as like some sort of faker or like some sort of like plagiarizer. But after a while, you just kind of get used to it, and yeah.
But here's what everyone's missing. What if we're not witnessing the death of literacy, but the birth of something entirely new? When the printing press was invented, scholars were worried it would destroy human memory. Socrates himself feared that writing would make people lazy thinkers. They weren't wrong. We did lose some abilities, but we gained something more powerful. Let's go back to the opening. Family Guy clips over Subway Surfers with young Sheldon audio and Italian brain rot text. Our generation see chaos, but you understood it perfectly, didn't you? You simultaneously preceded visual comedy, kinetic simulation, character-driven humor, linguistic absurdity, and cultural commentary. 5 streams of information in 15 seconds. That's not short attention. That's evolved literacy. Traditional literacy taught us to decode sequential symbols on a page. Digital literacy teaches us to decode reality itself. Reading facial macro expressions in 0.5-second clips, understanding cultural context through background music choices, interpreting social hierarchies through comment patterns. Every literacy evolution creates new forms of human intelligence. Cave paintings taught spatial thinking. Written language developed linear logic. Print culture created analytical reasoning. Ultra-short content is developing what I call synthesis intelligence. The ability to compress complex ideas into essential emotional truths, then remix them into new meanings. We're not just consuming content, we're becoming fluent in the language of reality itself. The generation gap isn't about technology, it's about literacy systems. When my teacher says, "I'm distracted," what she's really saying is that I'm reading information she can't decode. I'm processing layers of meaning she doesn't even recognize as meaningful. But like all evolutionary leaps, this literacy revolution comes with trade-offs. We're gaining the ability to synthesize multiple information streams, but we're losing sustained focus on a single source. Linear thinking, we can decode complex cultural meanings in seconds, but we struggle with the patience required for deep, methodical analysis. The question isn't whether this trade-off is good or bad, it's whether our educational systems and society can adapt to recognize and develop both forms of intelligence. This literacy evolution reflects something profound about human adaptability. We're not just changing how we communicate, we're developing new forms of consciousness suited for an interconnected, multimedia world. These platforms aren't just entertainment, they're laboratories for developing the cognitive skills needed in a world where information moves at light speed and meaning is constructed collaboratively across cultures and languages. The question isn't whether ultra-short content is dumbing us down or making us smarter. The question is, what kind of intelligence do we need for the world we're creating? So, the next time someone tells you that your generation can't focus, show them how you can read 5 layers of meaning in a 15-second video, and also you can show them how you synthesize information that they can't even see. We're not losing our minds to these platforms, we're building new ones. The question is, how will we use this evolved literacy to solve the problems previous generations couldn't?